Hi, welcome to class. This will just be an easy, gentle flow. We will do some stuff on the floor. Basic props, blocks. We might use a strap, blankets and bolster. So start seated or lying down like we always do. And so glad you're here to just arrive on your mat, allow yourself to relax a little bit. And notice your breath. It's very easy to go through a day without really noticing your breath. So use this minute or two to just connect with yourself. If we're not in our breath, we're not really in our body. And if we're not in our body, we're not really in our lives. We're not fully alive. So that's just what this is. The next 2 minutes, just practice. We're practicing mindfulness. Good job. All right. Let's start in child pose. I like to take my knees wide, but you don't have to. There's a lot of ways to take child pose. I like wide because it helps my hips open and then just reaching forward. However, you can bring them closer, knees closer, and bring your hands, arms back. But I would like you to find a place for your head to rest. I think that's the main thing for me, because if your head's resting, you can soften through the shoulders and the upper arms. So take a few breaths here. Relax the shoulders down. And just move your awareness into the mat, into the shape that you're in. So this is your time. I'm really, really proud of you for getting on your mat, spending some time with yourself. As always, we're going to practice our nose breathing in class. Roll up to hands and knees and just pause here. Allow the belly to move down toward the mat. Lift the gaze. So See how your spine's feeling in this one. This can be a little bit intense when you're not warm. Rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Back to cow. Just back and forth. Excellent. Next, we will lift the left arm. Slide it under for your thread the needle. Remember, this is a twist. And once you're settled on your left shoulder, you can press down with your right hand. And then relax your low back. You're going to find more of a twist if you'll relax a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Next, inhale. Lift the left arm and release. Right arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Press. Left hand pressing down. That will give you more twist. Soften through the neck and shoulders. Soften low back. Okay, we'll take one more breath. Inhale, rise up. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, move into your first downward dog of class. Spread the fingers. I'm going to keep my knees bent this first time. You're pressing your hands down into the mat and you're tucking the chin. Then we're pedaling the feet. Good. I'm kind of feeling like we should move into pigeon right now. So lift your right leg, bent or straight. Bring the right knee in toward the navel. Hover. Left shin comes down. Lift the chest a bit, doesn't have to be too much. Forward fold, exhale, stack hands and rest. Keep your neck really long. And then move your shoulders down away from your ears. Take your awareness now to sensation in that right hip. Notice what's happening. Sometimes I move back and forth. That helps a little bit to create a little more ease in my hip. It's so easy to build tension in your neck and shoulders, at least for me, in yoga. So you have to be really aware of where your shoulders are and how your neck's feeling. Then you're planting hands. You're lifting up, tucking the toes. Here's a little bit of a power move. So you press down into the mat, lift, right leg lifts up, bring it down, other side. Round the spine, knee comes in, shin to floor, lift, forward fold. Settle into your breath now. You can always, if you need more of a release in your exhale, open your mouth and just let your air go out through your mouth. Sometimes you can get a deeper release Shoulders moving down. Plant your hands, inhale, lift. You're moving back to your three-legged dog or tabletop. Press hands down. Lift that left leg. And release. Good. Walk your feet forward. Lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. So we're in mountain pose. Hands to heart. Shoulders down. I want you to really activate your legs so they're feeling really strong. Press the toes down and then tuck your chin just a little bit. Keep this really long back here. Belly's moving back. Okay, we're going to do a warrior sequence. I want you to go slow, and we're going to move through this warrior sequence 2 or 3 times so that you'll know exactly where we're going, so it can become a little more meditative in this video. So you're dropping the hands down. Next inhale, lifting arms. Exhale, forward fold. We're doing the right side first, so right foot steps back. Plant your back foot. Both feet are planted. Find your lunge. Warrior 1. Straighten the leg. Warrior 2. Side angle. Back to warrior 2. Legs are really strong here. Now straighten the leg and move into your triangle. 5 breaths. Block can be right here if you'd like. Settle into your breath. Check in with your neck. There's 2 breaths right there. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Keep reaching up. Exhale, both hands down. Back foot will move forward now. Lift the gaze. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Right back down, forward fold. Good. Left foot steps back, warrior 1. It's a little bit of a balance. Find your balance, find your strength. Arms lift. Warrior 2. Side angle. Back to warrior 2. And triangle. Hold here. 5 breaths. Open the chest. Press your toes down. Stay really, really calm, but stay strong as well. Strong and active, but you're still really calm. The breath is what reminds us to stay calm. 2 more breaths. Exhale, hands down. I'd like you to move to downward dog. Knees to floor. Child pose. Just rest. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. That sequence. But rest right now. Let the floor hold you up. Soften through the shoulders. Exhale, rise up. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Feet walk forward. Lift the gaze. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Nice work. Okay. Let's move through our sequence again. Inhale, arms lift. Forward fold. Exhale. Right foot steps back. Stay really calm. Go slow. Find your lunge. Arms lift. Straighten. Warrior two. Active arms. Warrior or side angle. Back to warrior two. And triangle. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes down, back foot forward. Left foot steps back, warrior one. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. And triangle. One. 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand down, back foot moves to downward dog. Child pose. While you're in child pose, you can stay, right where you are, or you can take your hands to the left to get more of a stretch through your left rib cage. Moving to the other side. And back to center. 3 more full breaths. Soften your upper body. Inhale, rise, hands and knees. Downward dog. Walk forward. Lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. And release. Okay, hands to heart. Moving through our sequence last time. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot step, left foot steps back. Warrior one. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. And triangle. One, two, three, four, five. Left hand down, back foot forward, right foot back. Warrior one, find it. Whoop. Warrior two. Side angle. Notice how much you have to use your core in these warriors. Keep your belly button moving back. Warrior two and triangle. 5 breaths. 1, 2, feel the expansion right through here as you breathe in. 3, 4, 5. Good. Downward dog. Child pose. All right, we'll take a few more breaths here and then we're just going to move to our back. Some deep stretching, deep forward folds, some twists. And then we'll rest. Okay, one more full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. And move to your back. Find your strap. Before we use our strap, take your feet wide. Knees side to side. Relax the palms of your hands. Good. Now you're going to plant your left hand, take your right leg, cross it over the left. Move your hips just a few inches to your left and take a twist. Actually, we're going the other side, sorry. Take your hips to the right and then we're twisting to the left. Okay, this is an intense twist. If it's too much, just bring your knees together. Slow, easy breath here. Again, it's so easy to want to protect your back in these twists. I totally get it, especially if you've had back pain. So either support your bottom leg with a prop, block or bolster. But if you're okay, coming to the floor, stay, and then soften through the glutes and the low back. The breath can really work miracles through this twisting process, and anytime we do twists, we're supporting our digestive system. Back to center. Good. Plant both feet. cross your right leg over or your left leg over the right, and then move your hips to the left and slowly take your twist. You know, sometimes I find in my practice that if I'll just back off a little bit as far as trying to pack too much into a session, sometimes when we do less in a session, it's much more effective because we're focused on fewer poses and more focused on our breath instead of thinking about trying to get too much into our yoga session. You'll notice that one side is a little more flexible than the other. Focus on softening through the low back again. Soften the upper body. And when you get into a posture like this and then bring awareness to your breath, it's just amazing how really a good word is comforting. How comforting the breath is. It just comes right when you need it. And then it lets go. One more. Let it go. And back to center. Good. Find your strap. Strap around your right foot. Elbows to the floor. Flex the right foot and plant. Really press down into that left leg. Allow your left leg to do some work here to anchor you down. And then gently guiding the leg towards your chin. Notice the expansion of your chest as you inhale. Broaden through the shoulders, soften the throat. And just let yourself receive this pose. There's not a lot going on, but there is. You don't want it to be too much of a stretch. But you want to feel the gentle opening of the back of the leg, the hamstring and the calf. Strap to the right hand, right leg moves out to the side. Again, press down into that left leg. Keep your hips down, pressing to the mat. Good, moving to another twist. So strap to the left hand, slowly take your leg over your body. Reaching right arm away from you. The strap is so wonderful because you can use it to stop right where you have enough sensation. Then you move awareness into softening. To center. Good. Left foot comes up, right leg down, anchor. Elbows to floor. You can be as active as you want in this stretch. Left hand takes the strap. Reach your right arm away, moving that leg out to the side. Active right leg pressing down. to center. Other side, go slow. And back to center. Nice work. Okay, place your strap to the side. And you're going to roll to one side and press yourself up, and then find a blanket to sit on. We'll do some forward folds. First one we'll take is your left leg straight, right leg, right foot planted, knee up. Now, this might feel a little awkward to a lot of us because I don't know why, just because of how I'm made, I think. Sometimes I just don't like this feel because I feel like I can't really get my knee where I want it, but work with me a little bit. This is a really good twist. So what you're going to do is just plant that right foot, but then actively lift up through the spine. Then you're going to twist toward that bent knee. And as you twist, as you look, you're going to kind of look over the shoulder, however much you can. You're going to flex that front foot and then just soften into your twist. So this is another one that's excellent for digestion. Just keep lifting up and gazing to your right. Back to center. Now take that right knee out to the side into our seated tree. Lift up and then take your forward fold. So lengthen first. The strap can be right here if that helps you. Okay, so you're forward folding and that top of the head is moving away from the tailbone, and you're actively pressing the right knee down toward the floor. If that's too much, place a block or blanket under that knee if you're feeling any strain. And then just slowly move forward, tucking the chin. Breathing into the back. And then you're moving the shoulders down. I really have a tendency to bring my shoulders up. I think most of us do. So see if you can let that go. Then you're going to rise up. Excellent. Other side, plant the left foot, right leg straight, twisting toward that bent knee, back, left hand comes behind you, lift through the chest, and gaze to your left. Flex the front foot. Now, if you have more flexibility, this feels good to me, but you can also hook that right elbow. You can see that's kind of hard for me. It doesn't feel too great to me, but some people love it. But this is good for me. But if you hook that elbow over, deeper twist. Just depends on how your body's made and what works for you. Then you're coming back to center, moving into seated tree. Left knee comes down, actively pressing into the floor. Lift. Then hinge from your hips best that you can and just walk forward. And settle. Shoulders down. Listen to your breath. And release. Press yourself up. Okay, let's do one more twist. You're going to take that right leg. You're going to plant your left. Take your right leg, slide it under the left, so both knees bent. And you're going to again twist to your left toward this bent knee. So come around, opening the chest. Again, you can hook that right arm around that knee as well. Soften. So easy to tense up. Now you're coming back to center. Keep your legs where they are and just walk forward. Release the pose. Good. Plant the right foot, knee up. Left foot slides under. Twisting to your right toward bent knee. Back to center, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Take your legs out, just straddle. Now, there's lots of ways you can do straddle. You can just walk forward, keep your hands here, or you can take your hands out. You can grab both toes. You can hold the ankles. I usually hold my ankles, I think, in this one. And then you're just going to move forward. So it's like your tailbone's moving back. You're moving the top of the head forward. And you're going to feel the inner thighs opening. And then just kind of move down to where you want to go. You can rest your hand on your head on your hands. You can rest your head on a block if you'd like. And I like to actively press my hands into my ankles and then lengthen through the neck and just slowly coming forward. Everyone's going to look different in this, and there's just so many ways to take it. The main thing is to be comfortable enough that you can breathe. And rising up. Let's do a sage twist. Then we're going to move to our rest. So take your feet to your left, twisting to your right. Back to center. Other side. This is our final pose before we rest. Really good practice today. And release. Okay, find your props. Bolster under the knees. Blanket under the neck. Eye pillow if you have it. Make sure you're warm. Put socks on if you'd like. I know I say this a lot, but rest is so valuable. Please take time to do the rest. Even if you only have, 20 or 25 minutes, fast forward to this. And if you need to rest longer than 20 minutes, I always do. If I do a Shavasana just on my own, which I try to do most days of the week, I will set my timer for 30 to 35 minutes. 20 minutes, You want a minimum of 15 to 20. It takes the average person 15 minutes to get into deep rest. Then you want more time after that 15 minutes. But my energy usually asks for 30 to 35. So if that's the case for you, if you're feeling a little bit irritated and not ready when I say, become aware of your breath and start bringing you out, stop the video, set your timer, and rest as long as you need to. It's the most important thing we do. And I know I say that all the time, but it's the most important thing we do for our nervous system and our overall health is to just let ourselves move into deep rest. So cover the eyes, settle, be warm, let your family know that you need to be left alone, and set the timer so that you know you won't be here for an hour or more. Settle into the mat. Soften your throat so that your jaw can move down. Setting the timer. And here we go. This is one of the most gentle, kind, self-compassionate thing you can do for yourself is to just be still. Slow the breath. Soften your core, soften your belly, soften your throat. Imagine your eyeballs just moving down towards your brain. Just letting go. I'll be minding the time. Just rest. Time to bring ourselves out of relaxation pose. So just deepen your breath and start to move a little bit, removing your eye pillow. Then rolling to one side when you're ready. Staying for a few breaths. And then coming up to seated. Sitting up tall, like we started our class. Really great practice today. Eckhart Tolle said, we are most ourselves when we are still. There is an ocean of stillness within each of us that is always there for us. It's just taking the time to find it, taking the time to tune into it, taking the time to let go of outside stress, outside distraction, to find it, to move inward. And every time we do, every time we slow down a little bit, we give the people around us permission to do a little bit less. And every time we rest, we're literally changing the chemistry of our blood. It's taking stress out of your blood, the cortisol that builds up in our blood. So really, really beautiful job today. Taking your hands to your heart, just settling down onto your sit bones. Taking a deep inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Namaste. If you are using my videos regularly, consider sending a donation through my Venmo. Any donations I get will go to my son, who does all of the filming and editing and putting the music to my videos. So if these are useful to you and you're going to use them consistently, thank you to all of you who do donate. I am so grateful, and I love making these videos, and I want to keep making them. I think they can become a really nice place to go when you need some comfort and some gentle movement and some self-compassion. So have an amazing day, and thank you for joining me.